Every country has rules that surprise tourists. Some are odd, some are strict, and many are just little known. Many travelers accidentally break these rules simply because they don't know them. Let's fix that. We'll cover 10 surprising travel rules, where they apply, why they exist, and exactly what you should do. I travel because I want to enter local life with respect and curiosity, not trample customs or rattle a community. In this video, I'll walk you step by step through 10 rules that regularly trip up visitors, from chewing gum bans to drone laws, and give you practical actions to stay out of trouble. Think of this as a short cultural briefing you can carry in your head. These rules reflect local priorities: cleanliness in Singapore, quiet in Swiss neighborhoods, reverence in Southeast Asian temples. I'll explain the reasons behind each rule so you understand the logic, not just the fine. Stick with me and you'll travel smarter, safer, and more respectfully. Singapore's chewing gum rules are famously strict. Importing, selling, and chewing certain gums are controlled, with limited exceptions for medicinal gums. It wasn't a whim. It protects the city's cleanliness and public infrastructure like MRT doors and sidewalks. You'll hear stories of gum jamming train doors and costing taxpayers in cleanup and repairs. The law grew from those nuisances. Enforcement can be blunt: fines, confiscations, and sharp reminders at customs. Flying in: don't carry packs unless they're clearly for medical use and you declare them. In Singapore, swap gum for mints or toothpicks and use the many bins. Think of it this way: the rule preserves spotless streets and reliable transit. Forgo gum, avoid fines, and help keep the city that way. In Venice, feeding pigeons in St. Mark's Square and many protected areas is illegal and carries municipal fines. This law protects fragile monuments, curbs aggressive bird behavior that damages stonework, and reduces disease risk. Centuries of perching and droppings left a costly mark. The city now discourages close contact. Signs are posted and municipal agents enforce the policy, especially in busy squares. If you're tempted to toss breadcrumbs, don't. Even well-meaning gestures worsen a long-term problem. Follow posted signs, enjoy the birds from a distance, and capture photos without hand-feeding. If you want to feed birds, look for parks or green spaces outside protected zones where it's permitted. Respecting this rule helps preserve priceless architecture and keeps the city cleaner, a practical response to a centuries-old problem. Swiss communities have strong expectations about quiet hours, enforced socially and sometimes legally, especially on Sundays and late evenings. In many towns and apartment buildings, mowing, drilling, or running noisy appliances on Sundays or late at night is frowned upon or prohibited. It stems from valuing rest, family time, and neighborly calm. Predictable, peaceful living. Check posted quiet hours, keep voices down in hallways, and avoid noisy chores at forbidden times. Tipping expectations vary wildly around the world. In Japan and much of Scandinavia, tipping is rare and can be awkward. In parts of Europe, service is often included or modest. In the United States, gratuities are commonly expected and substantial. These patterns reflect whether staff are paid a living wage or depend on tips, and cultural attitudes about hospitality. Before your trip, look up local practice or ask your host. That small bit of preparation goes a long way. At cafes or in taxis, watch local behavior or follow posted cues. Rounding up to the nearest bill can be a safe, polite option when unsure. Informal dining or on guided tours, check if service is included. If so, extra tipping usually isn't necessary unless service was exceptional. Think of tipping as a cultural signal. Show appreciation tuned to local expectations. Germany takes pedestrian rules seriously. Jaywalking or crossing against the light can result in fines. It grows from a broader respect for order and traffic safety. Drivers and pedestrians obey signals. Even when a street looks empty, most people wait for the green man. It's civic habit. Crossing on red draws disapproval. It's about shared expectations, not only the law. Always use marked crosswalks, obey signals, and follow the flow at busy intersections. Watch locals in small towns and mimic that approach. You'll stay safe avoid awkward glances or fines, and move from careless tourist to polite traveler. If you enjoy learning surprising travel facts, hit like, it really helps. In Japan, eating on long-distance trains is normal, but on urban commuter services, it's generally discouraged. Commuters want to read or rest without strong smells or mess. It's courtesy and cleanliness. You'll see signage or quiet cars. Locals keep food stowed until seated. Within cities, save snacks for the platform, a park bench, or your destination. On long-distance trains, enjoy bento or ekiben at your seat. Carry a napkin or wipes and dispose of wrappers responsibly. A small act of respect. Temples across Thailand, Cambodia, Myanmar and beyond expect modest dress, shoulders and knees covered, shoes removed, an overall respectful appearance. These dress codes express reverence for sacred spaces and are upheld by temple staff and local communities. You'll often see signs at entrances and sometimes can borrow or rent a shawl or sarong. Carry a lightweight scarf or sarong for shoulders and knees, and wear shoes that are easy to remove. Visiting several temples, dress conservatively all day to avoid interruptions. Follow any no photography rules, keep voices low, remove hats and be respectful. You'll participate in local life rather than intrude on it. Alcohol rules vary wildly. Some countries enforce restricted hours, dry zones, or outright bans aligned with religious or cultural norms. Others allow public drinking. In some Middle Eastern countries and certain conservative regions, public consumption is illegal and sales tightly controlled. Even festivals or holidays may restrict sales. These rules reflect public order concerns, religious practice, and community safety priorities. Ignorance is no defense. Enforcement can be strict, and penalties are real. Before you drink, check local laws, ask your hotel, or consult official tourism sites so you know where and when alcohol is sold and consumed. Avoid public drinking where prohibited. Carry ID for age checks, purchase in licensed venues, and respect sale hours. A responsible approach shows cultural awareness, reduces the risk of fines or arrest, and protects your holiday. Many countries restrict photography around military installations, certain government buildings, airports, and other sensitive infrastructure. Enforcement varies. Sometimes bridges, border posts, or patrol boats are off limits for safety and security. Elsewhere, rules reflect privacy or cultural protection. Signs may be posted, but not always. When in doubt, ask an official or local guide before raising your camera. If asked to stop, comply immediately and politely. Avoid photographing uniformed personnel up close without permission, and keep clear of marked no-photo zones. Using a drone or shooting professionally, seek permits ahead of time. Drones create new risks. Many travelers overlook the rules, expect registration requirements, no-fly zones near airports and cities, bans in national parks, altitude limits, and permits for commercial use. These exist for safety, privacy, national security, and wildlife protection. Enforcement can include hefty fines or confiscation. Before packing your drone, check the destination's Civil Aviation Authority site, register if required, and secure permits. Fly only in allowed areas, respect altitude and distance rules, avoid crowds, government sites, and protected reserves. Carry printed or digital proof of registration and permissions in case you're questioned. Plan ahead and you'll get spectacular footage without the drama. Safe, legal, and respectful. We've unpacked 10 rules that catch travelers off guard, explained why they exist, and given clear tips to stay out of trouble. These are simple adjustments. Swap gum for mints, don't feed historic pigeons, keep noise down, respect dress codes and photography limits. Travel is richer when it's built on respect and curiosity rather than ignorance. A little research before you leave spares you fines, awkward moments, and missed opportunities to connect with people. Use local cues, ask guides or hosts when unsure, and carry basic documentation where rules are enforced. Short recap: be observant, ask, and adapt. Subscribe for more surprising travel rules and practical tips before your next trip. If you found this useful, share it with a friend planning a trip, and leave a comment with rules you've encountered abroad. I read them all. Thanks for watching. Travel smarter, respect locals, and enjoy the journey. Soft pause. See you in the next one.